It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
All right, Ashley has a question. She says, we are just over the Roth IRA income limit. We can do a Roth 401k as well. So which is better? Should she do a backdoor Roth over the Roth 401k? How does she make this call?
Well, because Ashley kind of told on herself. She said she's in a higher income situation because you make over the Roth funding. That's why I do love the backdoor Roth opportunity, is because it allows you to do both. I mean, I feel a little, guilty when I tell people, hey, maximize both opportunities. When I'm looking at the financial order of operations, if you're a person that's in a higher income situation, which it sounds like, and I don't know if Ashley's single or married, but if you're married, I mean, that's close to $200,000 a year of income coming in. I want you to have both because I really do want you to have the best version of your financial self, so that when you retire, you're doing things, or you have the option to retire or do life or pursue a different passion when you want and how you want. That's really valuable. So I don't think it has to be an either or. I'm a little harder on higher income people because I think you have more potential, and just like a good coach is going to squeeze people they see potential out of. So I want to encourage you to try to take advantage of doing the Roth IRA. If you can do backdoor Roth conversion strategies. But then when you get to step 6, now that's a little deeper on the decision matrix, and the fact that you now have to figure out what's your tax rate, what's your federal tax rate, what's your state income tax rate, kind of combine those things. And then you have to compare that to what you think your retirement tax rate will be. And if it's in the higher, if you're at the tippity top of the, say 30% and beyond, because, if you had your state, a lot of you might even be paying 40% income taxes, then that's going to have you in step 6 of the financial order of operations saying, hey, if I'm paying 40% in taxes, why don't I put that in the traditional retirement account, like a traditional 401k, a traditional 403b? Because I think when I retire at 60 or 65 or even 55, there might be an opportunity to do some Roth conversions or do some other unique strategies that will lower that long-term tax bill.
Yeah. And it'd be silly not to mention, this is kind of getting into one of those more complex decisions. Maybe Ashley's here, maybe she's not yet, and that's either way is fine. But we do have fantastic financial advisors on staff, and you do reach a graduation point where your situation just gets so complex that you're no longer making these like $1,000 mistakes. There, $10,000 and even more thousands of dollars could be at risk if you kind of make the wrong call. And you might be getting to the point where you want to stress test these retirement plans, right? Like Brian's talking about tax rates and federal rates and all of these things. And if you're kind of like, oh, shoot, I'm not sure where I'm at and this is getting complicated and I don't have the time to like figure all this out, maybe it's where you start to think, okay, I might be at the point where I'm taking the relationship to the next level at aboundwealth.com. You can reach out, fill out a little form. It will connect you to one of our fantastic financial associates and advisors. And yeah, I just feel like I should mention that because sometimes these questions get into this complex realm of kind of nuance.
And I'm glad you did bring that up because there was a comment on YouTube this morning I saw. I didn't respond to it because I was like, well, I didn't want to come off seeming rude, but they're like, you just told us to do index funds. If I can do index funds and you even talk about how good index funds are, why would anybody hire you guys? And I'm always like, man, they think that financial planning is just the investment part. And in a lot of ways, investment part has become commoditized. I mean, index funds, I love that technology and innovation has made it where everybody has access to world-class products and the growing economy that we live in. But that's not what a financial planner should do. If that's what your person or the institution that's charging you fees is doing, is just a good asset allocation of index funds, is that financial planning or is that just asset management for you? And that's the difference, because think about when you get to a level of complexity, that's why we can give it away, is that first of all, you'll want somebody looking at the tax return to make sure, hey, did you take advantage of all the opportunities that were out there? Because that's an annual planning opportunity. The looking at, hey, what's going on your net worth statement? What changed in the last year? And then when you actually leave the workforce and start living off of the assets, there's a lot of moving parts with Roth conversions. How does your income impact Social Security decision-making, Medicare decision-making, because all those premiums are tied to your income. There's a lot of heavy lifting that goes on. And then a lot of people who are 5 years from retirement are probably saying, because now you've built up 7 figures plus, and you're like, am I even prepared if this thing goes down? You know, if we hit a bear market in my first year of retirement, what does that mean? Have I done the stress test? You mentioned that, and I wanted to echo that. That's what we do. And that's the part that I think a lot of people just don't know what a real financial planner is, because and maybe that's the fault of our industry for being a bunch of salespeople.
Yeah, there are some bad ones out there that say they're financial advisors
that help people maximize their best financial life.
Exactly. Yeah. So Ashley, thanks for your question. I hope that kind of shed some light on this decision. And if you are sitting here thinking, maybe I am that person that should take it to the next level, just go to aboundwealth.com. We'd love to talk to you. Just see where you're at. If this is a good fit, we'd love to talk to you about that.